years were you in VP5?
I was in VP5 from 59 to 62. My name is Doug Scoggins. I came into VP5 in probably early 1959. I was a crew member on LA-8. I was a first tech on LA-8 on our deployment to Iceland. And Norm Russell was a very close friend and buddy that on our split deployment to Rota, Spain and to Iceland, Norm went to Rota and I went to Iceland. But during my tour with VP5, we were very close in that we made a lot of Liberty calls and together we saw many places. And so he was a very close friend. And on the change of command in VP5, he came to Iceland. I guess he had been there for approximately 1 week before they took their first initial flight, and that was the day that we lost LA-9. Now there's one story here that during his trip to Iceland, he had asked me to take that flight, and I told him I would take it, but there was some problem with that in that we either had a test flight or I had a dental appointment. I can't recall exactly what the circumstances, but I had to tell him later I couldn't take the flight because of the scheduled dental appointment. And that was a situation that, you know, I've always thought about, and that the accident was probably the main reason that I didn't extend in the Navy, because I made the decision after that that you know, my flying days were over. And we did participate in the search, and I think for 10 to 14 days we had crews out constantly, 12-hour flights. And but it was years later. In fact, when the recovery of the LA-9 was actually announced, I didn't hear about it until just a few years ago, because I had been out of the Navy for so long.
And after you found out about that it had been found and recovered and that body still remained in the ice, I mean, what is just Dunker, what do you think about all of that?
I was very disappointed that you know, the Navy hadn't pursued the recovery. I have a son currently who's in the Marine Corps, and you know, those type of situations that I know how people feel about you know, the recovery of lost ones, and I was just very disappointed that we weren't able to recover all the crew.
Well, hopefully it's not over yet, and we'll still go get them.
I hope so.
Are there any other comments that you'd like to make?
Well, I just hope that the Navy will put together an effort to recover the remains of the crew that's left. And, you know, there has been some things done, but I don't think it's enough.